Isn't it romantic? Not that much. What's up, weirdos? It's your resident weird chick, Laura 2.0 here, coming at you with a new-ish, I guess, kind of series that I'm gonna do on my channel. Some of you may or may not know, but Aaron and I made a New Year's resolution to see one movie in theaters every week this year for the entire year of 2019 as a sort of like date night thing. This is something we've been wanting to do literally the entire 16 years we've been together. The first year that we were dating here in North Carolina, we did do it for like half a year. Every Friday night we went and saw a movie, but we kind of like petered off toward the end of the year. So this year we were like, you know what, let's do it. Let's do one movie a week every week. And so we have been doing that, and I've been kind of chronicling that on our couples Instagram. So if you're not following our couples Instagram, I will have it linked in the description, but it's LA_adventures 2019. But so many of you keep asking me what I thought of the movies we're seeing every week. So I thought, why don't I just make videos about them? So I think I'm gonna start doing that. If you're interested in that or you like that idea, comment down below, let me know. If you don't like it, say something else nice to me. I like to get nice comments. But anyway, so I thought maybe like every Monday or Tuesday, probably more so Tuesday. I don't know, I'm still trying to work out the kinks here. You know, it's been really hard for me to film lately, but I'm gonna try to do every like Monday or Tuesday a review of whatever movie we saw this last week. So for my inaugural episode of that, I'm going to do the film that I'm gonna review the film that we watched this last week, which is Isn't It Romantic, right? That's what it was called? With Rebel Wilson, right? Okay, yeah. So all of my reviews are going to be spoiler free. I'm going to comment on them, like what I liked, what I didn't like, who I think would like it, that kind of stuff, but I'm not going to spoil anything. So you can watch these and not worry and just kind of get my opinion on them, and then also see if maybe you'll want to see it yourself. So if you're interested in those and you're not already subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button and you hit the bell so that you find out whenever I have new content up. All right, guys, let's get into Isn't It Romantic? Okay, so the first thing I want to do with my reviews is give a brief summary. Again, not going to spoil anything, just kind of give you the gist of the movie. So Isn't It Romantic? It's pretty simple. I think you can tell from the previews. It's about a girl who, you know, hates rom-coms and then gets stuck in one, and she's got to figure out how to get out. So that's the general gist of it, and the movie just kind of makes fun of all of these tropes that you always see in rom-coms, and she's just trying to figure out what she needs to do so that she can get out of this sort of Groundhog Day situation that she's in. Okay, so that's the general summary. So let's talk about what I liked. It's always good to start with what you liked before you get into what you didn't like. I learned that as a teacher, people love positive feedback. Start positively, right? So the first thing I liked, Rebel Wilson's pretty funny. Do I think she's the funniest person on the planet? No, I don't. But I think she's pretty funny. So she made me laugh. There were some good jokes in there, and the movie overall is pretty funny. Again, not the most hilarious thing I've seen, but you will laugh. I actually laughed out loud, and even though I love to laugh, and I think I have a very good sense of humor, it actually takes a lot for me to laugh out loud. I'm more one of those people that's like, that's funny. Even though I really think it's funny, I'm not being like mean about it. It just takes a lot for me laughing out loud is more so of like being caught off guard by something. And so there were several moments where I just really thought things were funny and I was laughing out loud. So I will say it is a funny movie. It does live up to that. Another thing I liked in it were the actors. Okay, so I have a love-hate relationship with Liam Hemsworth because he played Gale in Hunger Games, and I hate Gale. I hate him. And so I always thought I was always gonna hate Liam because Liam is Gale, and in fact most of the time I still refer to him as Gale. I always say stupid Gale every time I see him. But I absolutely love Miley Cyrus, if you didn't already know this about me, and I really love them together. I love who he is with her, and so I'm kind of coming around on him. And so in this movie he was really great. He really showed a sense of humor. He was funny. I mean, he's not the most like talented actor in the world, and I don't actually find him all that attractive. That's why he's in a lot of movies, I think. But I thought he did really good. He really played that part really well. And there were just moments in the movie, I don't want to give anything away, but you could really tell that he's got a good sense of humor. And I can kind of see what Miley sees in him, because she's a big goofball. So I really liked that. And I thought Rebel Wilson and the other guy that I can't remember his name, he was in Workaholics, I think, and also Modern Family. That guy, he's really funny too. So there was some good acting in there. And the chick who played Rebel Wilson's secretary was also really good. So I'm bad with names, but it was, you know, there was good acting, and I felt like the comedic timing and stuff was pretty good with most of it. So I liked that part. I also loved the messages in this movie. So it's a little, I'll be honest, it's a little heavy-handed with the messaging that it's trying to get across, but I still think they're good, positive messages. I think it's something that should be talked about, reinforced, especially for a younger audience. So I just appreciated that they were really pushing those ideas, even if it felt a little, you know, forced down the throat there. But I did really like it. So I really love movies that are trying to push ideologies that I think are important. I don't want to talk too much about it. I think you could probably guess what they are, but I don't want to push it too much just because I don't want to spoil anything. But I felt like it really clearly was trying to send certain messages about love, about relationships, about self-love, about being a woman, you know, and expectations and things like that. And I thought all of those were really fantastic. So I think those are always great in a movie. But the thing I absolutely loved the most out of the whole movie was there were two, not one, but two amazing song and dance numbers. Oh my God, you guys, I live for song and dance numbers. I love a good choreographed dance scene with like multiple people doing the same dance. Like my favorite musical ever is like Newsies, and one of my other favorite like dance sequences is in Beauty and the Beast on stage, Gaston's like song where they're all like dancing and like slapping their feet and stuff. So anyway, I love that kind of stuff. And so there were two of those in the movie, and they were so good. I laughed, they were fun, the music was great. I mean, I love that they incorporated that into it, and it really just made the movie for me. If it wasn't for those two, I maybe wouldn't have liked it as much as I did, but those really honestly took me by surprise and made me love it. And everyone that was involved in it, it was just funny too. It was so good. So I love that. If you love a good song and dance number, especially when it's like in good fun, you will love this movie. You will love those. Those will make it worth watching, if nothing else. Okay, so those were all the things I loved. Let's talk about what I didn't love about it. It's not hilarious, okay? Again, not the funniest thing I've ever seen. I don't think Rebel Wilson is hilarious. I just think she's funny. I mean, I think I'm as funny as her, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't see anything special about her type of humor. And to be honest, I actually am kind of annoyed by some of her humor because she's like a bigger girl like me. And I feel like too often big girls are really pushed to physical humor where they're using their body as part of the joke. And I don't know, I just don't like that. It's like a Chris Farley type thing, right? Melissa McCarthy does the same thing. And I just feel like, I think that kind of humor is valid, but I feel like that's the only kind of humor we see with big girls. I feel like the only person who really kind of got out of that realm, and she's problematic for a bunch of other reasons, don't get me wrong here, but I think that's what Roseanne did, especially in the 90s. She was bringing a really smart, authentic humor that she didn't have to flop around her fat body like and throw herself into these clumsy, weird situations to get a laugh, you know? She was really smart about it. And so that's what I appreciate in humor. So it's not my favorite kind of humor, so it wasn't hilarious, but it was funny. And I think a lot of other people would think it was way funnier than I did. It's not my cup of tea. So there were some love story, love interest things. I don't want to give too much away, but I just didn't feel any chemistry between any of the people, any of the love scenarios. I just wasn't feeling it. It just felt really contrived, and I don't know. I like to feel the love stories. Even if it is making fun of love stories, if you're gonna have one, I should feel it, you know, and I didn't. And another thing I kind of mentioned in the last things I liked is that the messaging is very heavy-handed, very cliche, very in your face, feels a little didactic, you know, like trying to teach me a lesson kind of thing. And I didn't love that. I was like, okay, we get it, you know? So that was a little for me. And the last thing, and this kind of goes back to what I was talking about with like being a plus size. I love that there's a plus size love interest movie. I love that. What I don't love is when they do take plus size women and they make them love interests or try to make them pretty, that they put them in like 50 things of Spanx, right? That like a plus size woman cannot have a belly. She cannot jiggle in any sort of way because that's not cute. That's not sexy. That's the message I'm getting anyway. And in my opinion, that's crap. Because you know what? I can look cute, I can dress up, and I don't have to basically corset my gut so that I can't breathe in order for me to be pretty. I have a belly. You're gonna see it. It's probably gonna jiggle a little bit. I got, you know, big arms. I mean, I just feel like it's still kind of perpetuating an idea of what it is to be pretty, that if you're gonna be plus size, you've got to make it the smallest you can, the tightest you can, so that you get the closest to resembling skinny girls. And I don't really like that. I want to see some fat jiggle, guys. I want to see a little bit of a muffin top, okay? I want us to be realistic. I could just tell that she was just strapped in there so tight because everything was so flat, you know, nothing moved. And what are we afraid of? Why are we afraid a little bit of this, right? Don't be afraid of that. It's real. Most of us have it. And we can still look pretty and feel pretty even if we can't, you know, bind ourselves up into the tightest little cocoon possible. So I just find that really frustrating. I hate every time I see a plus size woman dress up to look beautiful. I mean, she looked beautiful, but I think she could still look beautiful and have a stomach, if that makes sense. So that's just a little thing that irked me. So yeah, those are the things that I liked and I didn't like. My overall rating, I would give it about 3¼ stars, maybe a 3.5, but probably about 3¼ It was good, it was funny, I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. It wasn't the best thing I ever saw, but I don't regret seeing it, and I would watch it again at home. It's cute. Now, who I would recommend it to, if you like to laugh, if you like physical humor, if you want something with a positive message, if you think Rebel Wilson's funny, definitely see it, because this is her in her element. She's fantastic in it. I would recommend it to anyone who really just wants a good laugh, something lighthearted, something not serious, something to kind of divert your attention, and something that does have good body positivity, female positivity, and really kind of flips the scripts on its head a little bit, even if it's done a little heavy-handedly. And if you're someone getting over a breakup or really needing to reinforce a kind of self-love, it's a great movie for that too. So yeah, that's what I thought of Isn't It Romantic? Did any of you see that this weekend? If so, comment down below. Let me know what you thought, if you agree or disagree, and if you end up going to see it, come back to this video and comment and let me know if you agree or disagree with some of my comments. I really enjoy watching the movies. I love talking about things that I love with other people, so I really hope you enjoy these reviews. So if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have not yet subscribed, make sure you do so, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye!